Some new details coming out today about the deadly shooting at that Dallas ICE facility that killed one detainee. The FBI is saying it's being investigated as a targeted attack and likely politically motivated. Authorities have identified yesterday's shooter as 29-year-old Joshua John. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The FBI says handwritten notes indicate a high degree of planning. Authorities saying he opened fire on an ICE van from the roof of an adjacent building, killing one detainee and injuring two others. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live for us there at that Dallas field office. Allie, what other new details are you learning today?
Yeah, hey, Nicole. So the FBI Director Kash Patel actually saying that the FBI is working 24/7 to seize any devices, go through data, and also process writings that they found on the shooter and in his home and in his bedroom. And as you mentioned, they're saying that this was something that points to a high degree of a pre-attack, planned pre-attack there. Now, when it comes to heightened facility security, we're seeing that across the nation. DHS has called for every ICE facility to have some reinforcement, to have added security because of this shooting here that happened at the Dallas field office behind me just yesterday. So you mentioned that shooting happened by the hands of 29-year-old Joshua John. He's from Collin County, Texas, and authorities say John opened fire with a bolt-action rifle from a rooftop about 450 feet away from the Dallas ICE field office. Now, bullets did hit the ICE office and also an ICE transport van. Those bullets hit migrants being processed before they were being relocated for a longer detention. Now, the motive still hasn't been confirmed, but investigators recovered a bullet that had the inscription anti-ICE written on it. None of the ICE officers were hurt. The victims were all migrants. This marks the third violent incident at a Texas ICE facility since July. Now, on the Hill, our Blake Berman talked to Texas lawmakers on both sides of the aisle about this incident. Take a listen to what they had to say.
It's a punch in the gut because time and time again, we're seeing more and more of this violence, and ICE agents are just doing their job. They're not making policy, they're implementing policy. Whether you agree with it or not, you know, they're not the ones that should be to blame.
One thing I want us to do is just take a breath, because we should take a measured approach. When we're talking about what happened, we don't know what happened. And so to try to place blame is premature.
So, Nicole, we know that law enforcement was also at a residence in Oklahoma that the gunman has ties to, so they'll be sifting through whatever they found at that location as well. Now, we can tell you what we know about this shooter is he did have criminal history. He actually was arrested back in 2014 for possession of drug paraphernalia and also marijuana distribution. Nicole.
Allie, what is the situation at that facility today? Do we know anything about the employees or about the detainees?
Yeah, so we do have that heightened level of security here. You can see the Federal Protective Service here behind me, but we also know that the facility is going to be closed until Monday. Now, those employees inside of this facility here were extremely lucky because we've seen where some of the bullets ended up landing, which were dangerously close to where people were working and where they were processing individuals. The Dallas field office riddled with bullets. One of those bullets actually hitting an American flag that was in a display case inside of that facility. Now, we also just heard from President Trump moments ago about this shooting incident. Take a listen to what he had to say in the finger pointing here.
The radical left is causing the problem. They're out of control. They're saying things, and they're really dumb people. I mean, I look at Crockett, I look at some of these people. They're very low IQ people, actually. But the radical left is causing this problem, not the right, the radical left.
Okay, so when it comes to assaults and attacks against agents and officers, we know that DHS is reporting a 1,000% increase, Nicole. But here's the deal. DHS is also saying that they've received 150,000 applicants for people who want to work at ICE. So, yeah, these violent incidents and these protests and these riots that we've been watching unfold are not deterring people from applying to do the job. DHS saying they've already handed out 18,000 job offers, Nicole.
Wow. All right.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.